Hey, what's going on, people? It's Gunswire from NextGenTactics, and I got a kind of an odd video here. And the first thing I'm going to admit to you is that the other team are very inexperienced. I mean, there's like maybe one or two that are sort of somewhat, I think, at the same level that I'm at in terms of prestige. But for the most part, they're inexperienced, or what you want to call noobs, whatever. I don't want to call them names, it's just inexperienced. We'll just put it that way. However, that's not the point. The point is that there's a certain kill streak combination, regardless as to the skill level, that's going to sort of enable you to get maximum kills. Now, I know they're always talking about, you know, how the kill streaks are more or less are balanced or whatever. And although they're not stackable, there's certain combinations, such as the one I'm going to show you right now, that does allow you, and by the way, right here I'm sound whoring, so I can actually hear him, which is why I'm tucked there. I'm just waiting. Where is he? Wait for it. There we go. And then his friend's in there too, and he wanted to die. So anyway, the whole point of this is trying to find out kill streak combinations to just friggin' just, you know, go ballistic on people, especially in games like Domination. In Team Deathmatch, you're probably not gonna pull off, like, I mean, the fact that I got a high kill-death ratio, or not even a kill-death ratio, the ratio is irrelevant in this case. The fact that I got 51 kills in a Team Deathmatch game is not very common. You have to have, I mean, number one, the other teammates, not the teammates, the other individuals have to be inexperienced on the other side. It's kind of like if you guys remember way back in the day when I did my knife-only nuke in Team Deathmatch. It relies on the same principle. It relies on the fact that both your team and the opposition need to be relatively inexperienced, or else if your teammates are getting a ton of kills, you're not going to be able to get 51 kills because they're, you know, it's a cumulative effect. 75 kills total. So if your team is effective at getting kills and the other team are a bunch of noobs, then it's going to be very difficult to get kills as high as, you know, 50, 40, or any of those. So it really depends on that. This combination really will work a hell of a lot better. Number one, in probably ground war, but particularly in games like Domination. Now here's the combination, and this is why this combination is absolutely deadly. I got Rolling Thunder, I got Chopper Gunner, and I got Dogs. Now you don't actually use the kill streaks as you get them. You notice I had the Rolling Thunder first. I didn't use it. I got the Chopper Gunner, didn't use it. You wait until you actually get the Dogs, and here's why. You release the Dogs, and especially, and it works on any map. It doesn't really matter, and this is why it's friggin' amazing. Is that you know, see how this is the problem, and this is what I'm going to show you. You notice everyone's in the building, so they hear the Chopper Gunner coming, everyone hides. However, you release the Dogs first, so the Dogs are actually killing them in their little hiding spots, and what's going to happen, like you can see here, they're stuck in that building there, but as the Dogs are doing their business, they're flushing them out, because there's nowhere you can camp with the Dogs, even if you're all in the buildings there. They're going to get them, and what happens is they're going to start spawning on the outside. That's when the Chopper Gunner comes in, and you're going to be able to start annihilating them. And as long as you're sort of on target here and those Dogs are still going, they're going to continuously spawn on the outside, which is exactly what's happening here. The Dogs are going in, flushing them out. You're going to be able to annihilate them with the Chopper Gunner because they're going to be spawning on the outside. And then you're going to see it's the same principle as I'm doing this with the Rolling Thunder now. So I've already flushed them all out of the buildings and kept them respawning in because of the Chopper Gunner. Now I wish I showed this in, oh shoot, but that right there was actually 5. So it wasn't a quad, it was 5 kills with the Rolling Thunder. You know what I mean? That beats Napalm any day. But the fact of the matter is I got that amount of kills because of that combination though. And that combination will get you amazingly high kills on games like Domination. And although, you know, people sort of object to it, oh, you shouldn't be camping kills, in a game of Domination, to be able to get those particular kill streaks is going to allow your team to dominate at a certain point and even be able to control things, especially when you're having problems getting control of, say, B or whatever the 2 key flags are. Not every time. I mean, generally, to control a game in Domination, you only need 2 flags. You don't get the 3rd flag because what happens is when you control 2 flags and you leave the 3rd one alone, you more or less control their spawn. And it works better when you have B and either A or C. because usually A or C are on the extremities of the map, and so when you control B and, you know, A or C, or let's say A, then what happens is you control their spawn area, and they'll continuously spawn in C zone. In C area. I don't know what these guys are doing. Clearly they're noobs. Some of them, I think there was one dude that wasn't even playing. He was just giving up, or I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he had to take a dump halfway through. Don't really care, actually, but... I think there's 2 of them in here. Oh yeah, look at them all stunned up. Oh, I can't see. Anyway, so Domination, that's another little tip when you're playing Domination, and we're about to pick it up. If some of you haven't noticed or seen, we just launched the Agency Black Ops Machinima teaser trailer, and really it's not meant to be anything spectacular. We're going to try and make a full trailer for it, showing exactly what we plan on doing or what we want to do with Black Ops, and what I want to do taking it forward. Because the theater mode in this is going to sort of allow me to more or less enjoy this game more, you know what I mean? Because I play it so often, just playing deathmatch and free-for-all all the time will get pretty boring. And it's the same with all of you. I mean, you're going to start playing this game, and you know the videos are going to be somewhat boring. So to pick it up a notch, I've decided to start experimenting, and this was the whole purpose of using the Agency in the first place. And those of you unfamiliar with the term Agency, I know there's actually a game out there, but I consider it our elite clan that only uses pistols, handguns, equipment, and melee attacks. So we never use any assault rifles, SMGs, snipers, or anything. It's always hand pistols. Makes it challenging, but it's also good for some cool footage. So what I wanted to do was create a clan that only uses them, and then get some really good games. Not necessarily where we're absolutely, you know, demolishing people all the time, but good comeback games. You know what I mean? Something where it's a good story. And if any of you have watched the Rats Clan video on ratsclan.com, the YouTube channel, the best comeback ever or whatever, which I did a link to, and I did a recommendation on that one. If you haven't seen it, you definitely have to see that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And looking at that, I'm like, you know what? That's actually more entertaining than watching, you know, video after video after video of someone just annihilating people. You know what I mean? There's more entertainment value in it when there's a story behind it. When you see this team, maybe in the beginning it's all neutral, maybe they're winning, and all of a sudden, you know, they're starting to struggle, they're starting to lose, they're starting to, you know, the man's getting them down. But then they pull their crap together in the last minute and just friggin' pull out a win, dominate at the last second. Now that's some good footage. That's a good story. And so I want to create those kind of stories there. I want to create... Oh, look at that. That was so bad. I saw the dude, then the guy shot, and I was like, ooh, who do I get? Wrong guy. Should have shot the other one. The other one, the guy had no idea I was even there, so... Oh, silly, silly mistakes. I died 3 times, but, you know, 51 kills. Not very common to happen in Team Deathmatch. Kind of like my knife-only nuke in Modern Warfare 2. You have to have a team that doesn't know what they're doing on the other side, and your own teammates really kind of have to be inexperienced as well, because if they get a lot of kills, it ain't happening. You ain't gonna do it. But Domination, definitely. So anyway, the Machinima thing. I'm gonna put a link to it if you haven't seen the teaser trailer yet. Just remember, we've only just started experimenting with the theater mode, so things are gonna get a lot better, I promise you that, but it's gonna be really entertaining for you. At least I hope it is. Anyway, that's it. Peace. Remember, Rolling Thunder, Chopper Gunner, and Dogs. Booyah! Get the latest updates and stay in touch with the NGT community with their all-new Facebook application. Check the description of the video for details.